Hi lovely stitchers, I hope you're all well. So as you can see, I am still here. I'm actually videoing this in advance because obviously I will be, as we speak, heading back from Harrogate Knit and Stitch, and hopefully I've met lots of you. So this week we are doing reverse applique, and I've done it with some sweet little patches that I got from Shoot Lane, Vicky at Shoot Lane. She gave me a little bag of stuff, so I've used that. I've not done anything extravagant. I've literally done an eyelet stitch or a what do you call it, a blanket stitch. I'll show you how it's done anyway, so enjoy.
So reverse applique, we are talking about if you've got a hole in your cloth of, you know, your shirt, skirt, trousers, whatever it might be, you might want to fill the hole so you can see a little piece of fabric. So while I was out and about, the lovely Vicky and her mum Anne, hello, from Shoot Lane, I've ripped that, but Shoot Lane, gave me this little bag full of scraps of fabric. Now Vicky does the most amazing patchworks, printed patchworks of dogs, and you can see, but a little hair, bees, all sorts of things. Go and check her out online if you've never heard of her. She is such a talented artist. So anyway, she does big patches, small patches, all sorts, and then she does this fabric that's got tiny prints of the fabric of the artwork she does. So anyway, she gave me that, and I thought, what the heck am I going to do with that? And I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to do some reverse applique. So this fabric hasn't got holes in, as always, so I'm going to make some. So I'm just thinking, right, I'm going to keep that on the top. We're going to work up here, I think. And I'm just going to make some little holes. I'm going to go in here with the bumblebee. So I've got a sharp pair of scissors. I just want to make a little hole and make sure that this is not going to be too big. Don't want to make it too big that I can't use the patch of fabric. So let's have a quick look. So what you do, if you got a hole and it was like this, let's just get my bigger scissors in, just because they're super, super sharp. Just going to cut I don't mind if it's not perfect, doesn't matter. Okay, you would find a little piece of fabric to come through the back. Popped on the back, and then we'd patch it up. All right, I'm going to make my hole slightly bigger. Just check I'm recording. Check that the microphone's working. Oh my gosh, all kinds of things going wrong, and when I've unplugged my laptop that I film on, and then forgot to plug everything back into it, i.e. the microphone, and then did a load of stuff and not one single sound could be heard. So I'm still going to need a bit more cutting out of that. But you get me the idea. I don't want to make it that big that you can't, that my fabric's not big enough to cover it. Sure, there's probably an easier way. Let's go a bit bigger there. than a teeny tiny pair of scissors, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. How are we going? How are we doing? I think just going to make it wider so I can see the legs. Obviously, if you're holding your item of clothing isn't the right shape, you can always make it the right shape. Make it a little bit bigger, can't you? Right, there we go. There's my lovely. There we are. That'll do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pin it on. Just there and there. Now, as ever, you can put a little running stitch in it or a couple of stitches in just to secure it, which for this, in this purpose, I will do because I'm going to make a blanket stitch edge. So I'm just going to go around it and just do a couple of tacking stitches. Try not to pull them out. Just to secure it so I'm not fighting with the pins as well. Take that one out. Or, as you know, you can use a bonder web if that's your thing. Little tacking stitch. Couple of minutes work. Super simple. I don't think that's got that bit of fabric, but I don't mind. And you can either take this out at the end, or you can take it out, or never take it out. Right, there we go. I'm hooked up, so I'll take my ring off. I don't need them now. Okay. Just bear with me a minute, I'm getting a phone call. Oh, apologies. I'm waiting for a call back from the garage. I've taken my van in to have some work done, and I was just expecting it to be them, and it wasn't. It was somebody trying to sell me some windows and doors. I thought that was a thing of the past. Goodness me. Right. It's my little moan. I should have known. No caller ID. Anyway. So, I've tacked it down. And I'm just going to go round. I'm just thread my needle up. This is a 8 cotton pearl, or pearl cotton, cotton pearl cotton, however you say it. This is a number 8. And again, as with needles, usually the thicker, the higher the number with a cotton pearl, the finer the thread. So we're going to come in and we're going to do I've forgotten what the name of the stitch is, a blanket stitch. So I'm going to come up into, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, it might be called an eyelet stitch, but I call it a blanket stitch. So where I want my edge of my stitches to be, I'm coming up on the edge of the whole fabric, and I'm coming up through the fabric that I'm patching. So I'm just going to, again, I haven't got a knot in the end of my thread. I'm just going to leave a longish thread. And I'm doing blanket stitch. So you want to lay your thread in the direction that you stitch. I'm right-handed, so I'm going anti-clockwise. If you're left-handed, you might want to go clockwise. Depends who you've been taught by, I suppose. But coming down, and I'm coming right up next to the first stitch where I pull through. Thread at the back of my needle and pulling up. And I'm going to do that all the way around. Up close. If you, oops, your stitches are sort of going on the slant, which mine seem to be, take a little bit of a bigger stitch further away. You stitch a little bit further away from that one. I don't know why they're going on the slant, I'm sure. You can keep your stitches nice and neat and even. As always, I like a bit wonky, so we're going various different sizes. Just think it adds to it. And also sometimes if you've only got a little bit of fabric, you might only want a little bit of a stitch, a little tiny stitch. I'm going to come round again. Gosh, I'm having a bit of a hot flush. Oh dear. It's not comfortable, guys. Just keep going. Power on through it. So I am going to go all the way around this hole. And kind of making a framework. And you don't really, because I'm covering up my stitches, my tacking stitches, you don't really have to take that stitch out. But this is a brighter colour, and if it shows through, I might take it out. We'll see at the end. So can you see? I'm going, is it going to focus? I'm going all the way next to, down at the bottom, coming up next to the stitch before, round the back of my needle and pull. And I'm going to do that all the way around, and I'll come back when I've got there. So I've got right round to the end, and to finish off, I just want to make sure that I'm going over the top of the stitch and through to the back, just to secure it down neatly. I haven't looked at the back of this properly. Oh, have I missed? Oh no, it's just folded over there. Look, so I can cut that off. Let's just snip that off so you can see. Oh, so we've attached that quite nicely to the original fabric. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to fasten off. And I'm just, again, keeping it really flat. Did a little, with my starting stitch, I obviously just covered it as I was stitching. I'm just doing a little back stitch and then a long stitch, just to keep it flat. It covered itself as I was going, so no need to get that tucked under. But you'd do exactly the same if you still had your thread. You'd do a little tiny back stitch and then a stitch. So that's a little bit of reverse applique. Now, am I going to take this out? I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to snip that right up. that. Okay. Can you see? Looks really pretty. And you can do that with anything. I mean, I'm going to just do another one, I think, over here, and probably not do a I'll not do a blanket stitch. I'll do just a straight stitch, and I'll show you. Do I need a bigger hole? Quite possibly do. Yeah, I'll just make a little bit bigger hole. These aren't the best scissors for cutting holes in fabric. They're not very big. They're all right for doing threads, but not good for cutting fabric. Oh, dear me. Right. Okay. Here we are. So again, you can pin it down, do a bit of a stitch on it. I'm just going to see if I've got a needle already threaded. That'll do. I don't need to pin this down, but you can pin, because I'm just going to do a big running stitch, tacking stitch, just to keep it secure, and just so I'm not getting tangled up. Oh, am I going in there? Probably not. Don't think I've got that attached. Oh well. There we are. Any old stitch will do. Right. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to come up, just going to come up at the edge of my cloth. I won't pull that too tight at the minute, and then I'm just going to go and do stitches. I will put that back through in a minute when it's, and do like a patch kind of stitch, just a biggish stitch. Don't have to be anything precise. Oh, well, I have stitched through that as well. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. But I'm just doing a straight stitch all the way around. When I get to the corner, I'll do like a spoke, some spokes, and just come out, keep going into the same spot, just so we can make sure you try and keep your fabrics quite flat so they're not bunching up or ruckling up or gathering up. Again, you can do this on a hoop or a mushroom. I'm just doing it in the hand because it's as easier that way when you holding stitching down your bit of fabric. I'm probably going a bit close there, but I'll So what I like to do is probably go around a couple of times. You see, I've started to get my threads too close to each other. So we'll start and go out again on that one. Just making a little framework. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to go through to the back because I'm running out of thread. Now just finish that thread off. Just go through, weave it under. That'll do. Get another bit of thread. I don't like my thread to be too long. I don't like a lazy girl thread. Oh, doesn't want. Got myself a knot in it before I even start. There we go. Okay. I'm going to come up, get myself a bit of a tail, come back down. Wants to keep tangling itself up. Don't want to be too close. I don't know why. I keep feeling like I want to go close to the stitch before, but I don't need to. You're just coming in and out of straight stitches all the way around. Keeping your fabric as flat as you can. Don't worry if it does if it does get bunched up. It all adds to the charm. To a corner again, so you're going to do the same thing. You're going to keep going in your spokes. Come back because I've got a great big stitch there, and going back into the similar kind of spot, coming back up. Now why have I done that? Oh dear. Yeah, going back around. So you're making a framework basically. For your little patch and for your raw edge. So you're covering up. But what I will say, you want to make your stitches big enough that this is not going to fray. And then your stitches are a waste of time, basically. You want to make your stitches a good 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch big. If you do tiddly tiny stitches, this is going to start fraying again, and then you'll be doing said stitching again. But I'm coming to a corner, so I'm just going to keep doing the same thing. I'm going to shoot through to the back with that piece of thread. But if you want to, you think these stitches aren't far enough apart, or are too far apart, sorry, you can go round again, which I might do. But what I'm going to do, I am going to go round again, but I'm going to go round again with a thinner thread. Just because I don't want it too bulky. Okay, so we're going back through, and I'm going to do the back stitch under the weave under, a little back weave under, and a little back and weave under, just to secure it. You can be snipped off. Let's secure you down in a minute. But that's how the back looks. Okay, you can neaten this up with the stitches that I've shown you. And that's how the front looks. It's quite rudimentary. I'll go through the back with that. Then I'll assess whether I want to go round again. So I'm going in there. Do I want to go round again? No, I don't think I do. I'm going to leave it at that. And as I showed you before, just go weaving under. Snip that off. You might want to do that 2 or 3 times. I didn't really leave enough thread to give it a good, because what you don't want is it for it to be coming undone. So there we are, reverse applique with an eyelet stitch or just a straight stitch. You can also do this with a herringbone stitch, the chain stitch that I showed you before. It's endless, but that is the two that I'm, 2 basics. So I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, don't forget to give the thumbs up, like, subscribe. Subscribing's totally free, by the way. It doesn't cost a single penny. If you're watching anyway, you will get, if you press the little notification bell when I next upload a video, you'll get a notification to say I'm there. So do that too. Okie dokie. Happy stitching, everybody. See you all again soon.